What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time we were continuing on with researching or investigating the attacks that have been happening in the capital, and right now we're working on a optional 4SPG where it seems that one of these food stands has been using spoiled goods, so we're doing some research on if any of that is true or not. So we're going to continue talking to people about this to learn what we can. So let's go ahead and talk to Old Man Romaine. Do you have anything to sell? No. Well, here's a couple of familiar faces. Don't suppose you're here to buy some vegetables. What's the problem? Sorry for the trouble. We wanted to ask you a few questions. If that's alright with you, of course. Van asked about Gateau de Dun. That rumor. Yeah, I've heard it too. If I'm being honest, though, I think it's just a load of nonsense. You seem pretty confident about that. I take it you trust Dun? More or less. Listen, I know where Dun came from, and I get that it's easy to get the wrong idea. But the boy's serious about his business. Got a good eye for ingredients, too. If it was just a one-off thing, I would understand, but he isn't the type to make the same mistake twice. I talked to him about this myself, one-on-one, and he seems just as confused about the whole mess as I am. Dang, praise from you isn't something to scoff at. Guess Dun's someone who's really got it together, huh? You bet your behind. Anyway, maybe these complaints are just some kind of misunderstanding. Like I said, Dun's always been keen on using the most quality ingredients available to him. Passion like that can't be faked. I say we should just ignore the rumor for now. That way, we won't have anything to feed off of. I see, thank you for your input. While we're on the subject, can I ask you about the other patisserie? Oh, you mean Kenny's shop? Well, their stuff's certainly not bad. Though you don't hear a ton of praise about them neither, for better or worse. Seems to get fewer customers than Dun's, though. You think that's the contribute a rivalry between the two? Wouldn't say it's impossible, that's for sure. Alright, thanks a lot. This was really helpful. So Van's trying to play both sides now. Now that he's gotten this very reputable source to say, hey, Dun's really not doing anything bad, now it starts to raise some red flags about the guy who submitted this for SPG. Well, that's everyone we wanted to speak to. Let's go get some answers from Dun. Yeah, I think we have a good grasp of what others think of him now. Let's go. Well, we'll learn one way or the other. Where is he? Up here. Ooh, he's got a bit of a line. Thanks a ton, come again. Seems like a nice guy. They weren't kidding about this place being popular. It's like the rumor hasn't had any effect at all. Maybe word hasn't actually spread yet. I mean, I doubt he'd have so many customers if they thought they were going to get sick. Hey, the hell's going on here? What's the deal, old man? Got a problem with my sweets? Problem? Yeah, I got a problem. The sauce on my cannella has gone bad. If I eat this and start puking, what are you going to do about it? The hell are you talking about? Ain't no way that's true. What kind of attitude is that to take with a customer? You clearly ain't been raised right, boy. I want a refund. Give me back my money. Like hell I will. Sorry about that. Van? Yeah, something's up. Let's ask him what's going on. Hey, can I get a cannelli? Sorry, not right now. I gotta look into something. Can you let us look into it with you? The hell? We might be able to give you a hand here. The cannelli guy that returned. It was definitely one of yours, right? Yeah, I guess so. The berry sauce was mine too. At first I thought he was trying to give me something he bought ages ago. But there's no way that dough wasn't baked this morning. Maybe I really did use some bad sauce. You don't seem convinced. I'd like to believe that I didn't. But looking at it now, I'm losing confidence. Plus, this is the 5th time this has happened. Man, I never screw up like this. This is pathetic. Anyway, I'm guessing you two were sent here to look into my shop, huh? Well, here it is, crumbling under my inexperience. But I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I gotta make things right. So I'm begging you, please don't report me to the cops. Look, man, I'm a Spriggan. I'd never do something like that. This seems like it was a genuine mistake, so we'll just be on our way. Yeah, something odd's going up here. Well, after seeing that, there's a lot that's not adding up here. Yeah, we should go over what we've learned. The rumor that Katode Dunn is using spoiled ingredients. The market manager said it was bogus. There have obviously been some complaints. Dunn himself said the cannoli sauce was bad. And not only is he starting to doubt his skill as a chef, but he feels he's responsible for fixing the issue. We need to determine whether this rumor is true or false. Yeah, it's still possible that he bought cheap ingredients on purpose. By the way, going back to Kenny's request, he wanted us to find proof so he could convince Dunn to use more quality ingredients. In other words, he doubted Dunn from the beginning. So what do you think is really going on here? Honestly, Dunn doesn't strike me as the type to put on a performance. I think the chances are pretty high that someone set him up. I think so too. There's only one person who stands to gain from Dunn's downfall. I suppose that means we have a clear answer then. Yeah, Kenny, obviously. That Kenny guy is pretty suspicious. You think so too, right? Yes, he talked about putting in this request for the sake of the Martian Dunn, but he seemed awfully confident that Dunn was using spoiled ingredients. He even admitted he wanted proof of Dunn's wrongdoing. Right, and that customer we saw had to be in on it too. I'm betting those two arranged it so we'd be there when he made a scene. The cannoli he had was also probably prepared by Kenny. Or maybe he tampered with one of Dunn's. If even Dunn was fooled, it's likely that he bought it from his shop beforehand. And then he put some spoiled sauce on it, is that right? Yup, Kenny's also a professional at making baked goods. I'm sure he'd have no problem making a sauce just like Dunn's. You know, having you help out saves me a lot of time. No need to explain the extra bits. Right? Thanks to your powers of observation, I haven't had to work all that hard either. So what do we do now? Good question, I've got an idea. What's the idea? So we weren't able to find definitive proof, but from what we saw, it does seem like Dunn was using spoiled ingredients. Is that so? How could he? By the way, we've already reported this to the market manager. He decided it would be best to have Gateau de Dunn close shop for 3 months. Meanwhile, he'll be barred from selling food anywhere else. 3 months, that's a bit harsh, but I suppose it's what he deserves. I hope Dunn uses this experience to change for the better. This is exactly the outcome I was hoping for. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I'm sure it would have all come out eventually. Thanks to you, it was solved before there was any real damage done. Hearing you say that makes me glad I spoke up. Thank you very much. I'll send your payment along shortly. It was no problem. We'll be on our way. Now then. Yup, here we go. Bingo. But what couldn't he could have caught us in the lie. All he has to do is go to Dunn's shop. So this is a new mini game. Follow Kenny. If you get too close to the target, they will notice you. Conversely, if the target strays too far, their trail will be lost. So yeah, you have to follow and hide behind stuff until you get to the designated location. So where is he? Yeah, there he is. So obviously we have the 2 bars down below. You can only crouch down behind the glowing areas. And so, I don't remember if it's in this game or the next game, but sometimes you will have targets that will turn around. So you do have to be careful of that. forget how far up we have to follow him. It's not the most extravagant minigame, but... you can turn on high speed mode as well if you want to make it go faster. Ew, I was kind of hoping to crouch down here, but... Alright, come on, keep going. I think around here is where he's supposed to turn the corner, if I remember correctly. Yep. He won't catch you unless you're just, like, blindly... like, he can turn around, and if you still crouch down in time, you're fine. See? He turned around. I believe we're almost done here. He's gonna walk around this corner. My controller battery is low. Well, that's fun. Yep, we're good. Here, let me just, do this real quick, because we just started the video, so... Alright, cool. We have a full controller now. It's the man who complained about the sauce. Yep, they were in it together. That's a bingo. Nice work. Here's your payment. Heh, thanks. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. You know, that Spriggan ended up being an easier mark than I thought. He even went to the market manager on his own. Closed him down for 3 whole months. I'm sure Dunn had no problem admitting to his crimes. With one more little push, we can get him out of the marche forever. Yeah, I don't think so. You ever wonder why they say stuff out loud like that instead of just thinking it? What, the Spriggan? It looks like you finally revealed your true colors. So your ultimate goal was to get Dunn to close up shop entirely. Well, there's no way you're gonna worm your way out of this one. You had an ample motive for wanting to get rid of a rival, not to mention how you'd have no problem recreating Dunn's cannelle and sauce. What's more, you were in cahoots with that customer from earlier. And your words just now were the final nail in the coffin, although that guy from earlier gets away with it. We recorded all of it. Confess and come along quietly. Ugh. Wait, if you really believe I'm at fault here, then why is Dunn closing down his shop? Oh, that? We lied. Though we did inform Dunn and the market manager about our setup. And it looks like it worked. I can't believe you tried to tear me down like that. And someone in the same line of work, no less. Like I care what you think. Some punk like you shouldering in on my customers? You're nothing but a low-life scum. You bastard. I think we all know who the real scum here is, and it's not Dunn. He never stooped to your level. Anyway, let's make sure Kenny here gets his just desserts. What do we do? I mean, it's pretty messed up what he was doing. I don't know if it's illegal, but... do we settle among themselves? To let him decide? I don't know. I feel... me personally, I feel like he should just be turned over to the authorities because he's just scum. Yeah, screw him. We should take him to the police if we want him to receive proper punishment. This is a clear-cut case of impeding someone else's business. Beyond that, I'm sure your plotting could probably give you an even longer rap sheet. And if that happens, you'll be at odds with the Center Marche and its policies. That means you'll have to completely withdraw from your shop from the area. You reap what you sow. Yeah, sounds about right to me. You'll get just enough time with the cops to think about what you did. Damn it, it wasn't supposed to turn out like this. Yeah, it's what he deserves. I was gonna go the other way just because I was curious what they would come up with. This is better. After that, the market manager, Romain, was informed of the crime. Dunn put a claim to the police via the Bracer Guild. The fact that the rumor about Couteau de Dunn was a lie spread to the shops throughout the Marche. I owe you big time. I can't thank you enough, man. By the way, your reward money's coming from Kenny, right? Well, he's the one who started this mess. Only makes sense he pays. We intend to be greatly compensated for the trouble. Glad to hear it. But I gotta give you guys something. Wouldn't feel right if I didn't. So here, take a bunch of my pride and joy cannelles. Chocolate Crunch Cannelle, obtained ×5. Oh wow, there's so many. Thank you. Is everything okay, Van? They're so popular, I didn't think we'd get a chance to try any. This is awesome, man. Seriously, don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need help. Haha, don't mention it. That's Van for you. Alright. Not bad. Certain choices will greatly affect LGC alignment. Yeah, but unfortunately, like I said before, there's no option later in the game where it actually matters. Not that I recall, anyway. At least we got some more money now. Glad to see he's doing well now. Alright, now we can resume our other objective. But first, let's see if there's anything going on in here. Corn pizza bites, special blended coffee. Oh, the fishing shop is over here. I guess it wouldn't hurt to buy some more bait while we're here. Oh yeah, and you have, yeah, so it enhances your fishing. Alright, now we can investigate. Well, look what we have here, cigarette butts. There's quite a few scattered about. There must have been a gathering here not long ago. I'm almost positive said gathering was a group of Desire thugs, but if we want to track them down, we need a little more to go on. Might be time to give that thing a test run. By that thing, do you mean that shard search app? That's the active search system that allows you to use shards to track various things over a wide area. It was developed by Marduk, correct? Yep, they just pushed out an update that improves its accuracy. I think we can track them by following the trace elements of tobacco that are lingering in the air. Yep, so this is also a new feature. And you'll be able to use this for other things later as well, like looking for items. This is the place. There are signs of multiple people going in and out. Oh, the door is unlocked. How nice of them. If I'm not mistaken, this place was abandoned a long time ago. It used to serve as a sewer system. I suppose a place like this would make for a good hideout. Anyway, that little app certainly is handy. If there's anything I've learned today, it's that Marduk is not to be underestimated. You got that right. We also don't want to underestimate these guys. Let's make sure we're ready before we head in. I think we'll be alright. Hey, doggo. How you doing, buddy? Center Marche, old sewer system. It looks similar to the one in Tharbad. The old sewer is completely dried up. You must be crawling with creepy crawlies now. Good thing I have the famous sword maiden here to keep my ass safe. Oh, like you need protecting. You can fend for yourself well enough. Or do you always expect your clients to do the heavy lifting? How shameful. Would it kill you to be cute every once in a while? Yes, as I'm sure it would for you. It's been a while since I've seen your stun caliber and hollow style in action. For both our sakes, I hope your skills haven't dulled since the end of last year. Heh, you'll see soon enough. Get ready to be blown away. And now we finally get to fight. By the way, have you taken a look at your court setup? You may want to do some tinkering if you haven't. Good thinking. I'll give it a once-over. Yes, please do. You should know, as well as anyone, that effective use of charge skills can be the difference between victory and defeat. Right. Different quartz combinations give me different charge skills. Those things have saved my ass more times than I can count. When I have the time, I should mess around with my setup and get nice and optimized. Yep. And unlike a lot of the previous games, they don't really give a reason as to why we don't have our old Sepith anymore. And quartz. Sure, that'll work. For now. Upon completing this dungeon, all unfinished side quests will disappear. Yeah, so if you didn't do that one side quest, you know, this would be your last chance to go back and do it. Monster's Head. Figured there'd be some down here. Yes, but they seem weak enough for us to make quick work of. Yep. Yeah, they want you to do action battle here. Oh, big boy. Guess that brought their little pal out of hiding. This could pose a bit more trouble. Let's look for an opening and deploy our shards. Yeah, charge attack. Oh. Here we go. Yep, command battle. By the way, our levels do... I don't remember if I mentioned this last playthrough, but, unlike, you know, in the Cold Steel games, and obviously, you know, the Sky and Crossbow games kind of had this as well, our levels are not even close to what they were at the end of the first game. So, and then this also will apply to the sequel game to this. Like, I think this game we start at level 10, and then I think the game after this we start at level 15. I guess they just find it easier to have the lower levels. But we do have most of our skills from before. We can't use S-Crafts yet, but everything else we have. That was easy enough. Yep, charging station. Odd that wasn't voiced, but whatever. Now we can finally fight. Yep. All the stuff we know about. There's really only a few things that change in this game compared to the previous one. Like we're eventually, you know what? I'll just let the game show. Because I think it'll happen in here. Charge skills, of course. There's a chest over here. Yep. Every fight is just gonna show us more bonuses. It is nice to have. I still think in the first game, like, even though there wasn't a lot of points she could have been in the party, I still would have liked her to be a full party member, and it will always rub me the wrong way that especially in those last two sections, she wasn't allowed to come with us. You know, she gets blocked by barriers not once but twice, but thankfully from here forward, they treat her more like a main member. Next. We can make short work of these monsters with our arts. Hold on a sec, why don't we test out that new feature? New feature? Oh, you're referring to quick arts, yes? Yeah, this is the perfect time to give them a whirl. Fair enough, I've been wanting to try it out myself. So this is what I was going to mention earlier. So now, in addition to just our normal slashes in action combat as well as our heavy attack, we can now use quick arts. You can have an art that's set. I don't remember if you can change it, but what your quick art is, but each character will have their own quick art they can use. So there's a cooldown, but you use it, and then you wait for it to refill, and you can do it again. And switch to Elaine, she has a different one. And there you go. That's a nifty little feature. It certainly broadens our tactical options. The downside is it drains energy like no one's business. So you need to take timing into account before letting it loose. In that case, we'll need to be extra mindful about keeping ourselves replenished. That's right. Anyway, let's get moving. Yep, quick art reactivation. Oh, makasero. Yeah, escaping command battle. Nice counter. Most of the time. I can hit a good amount of you. Alright, may as well. Yeah, obviously, I didn't really get a chance to talk about it at the time, but obviously, that the guy with the hat that turned into the Red Grendel is obviously holding the 8th Genesis, which is the only one Agnes needs to reclaim all of them, since we have the other 7. There we go. Level up.
まだまだ精進あるのみよ。
なんだこんな時に。
改めてなんだかおかしいと思ってね。今あなたと2人でこうしてるなんて。あの頃はこんな関係になるなんて少しも思っていなかったから。
That's probably fair.
だな。ひょんなことから再会して何度か同じ異変を乗り越えてオラシオンでお前の抱えるもんに向き合えたのも縁だったんだろ。
感謝してるわ、本当に。ねえバン。
すまん。
まだ何も言ってないわよ。
言いたいことはわかる。俺だって可能性は考えなかったわけじゃねえからな。
そっか、考えてくれたんだ。あなたの抱えている問題のことね。
Yep, that's probably it.
当面の危機は去った。いや、そう思いたいだけだ。まだ何も解決しちゃいない。何の保証もできない今。無責任なことはできねえ。お前にもアニエスたちにもな。
そう、よかった。多少は自覚できるようになったみたいじゃない？私を含めたどれだけの人があなたを思っているのかを。詳しい話を私から聞くことはないわ。なんとなく察してしまってるけど、今あなたとの距離感ももどかしくはあるけど嫌いじゃない。アニエスさんたちという確かな拠り所がいてくれることに安心もしてる。でもいざという時はこっちで勝手に突き止めて関わるつもりよ。永久遊撃士として、そしてエレイン・オークレールとしての全てをかけて。貸し逃げなんか二度とさせない。せいぜい覚悟しておくことね。
たく、こんなところでする話かっつー
の。もしかして照れた？可愛いところあるのね。
ねえよアホ。ほらとっとと行くぞ。
アニエスさんたちを早いところ安心させるためにもね。
That was cute. Deadly strike by enemy. I'm not worried. But yeah, that was really... So obviously Van has thought about the idea of them getting back together one day now that, you know, their relationship has been somewhat mended after, you know, he disappeared from school for all those years. But he still feels like it would be unfair. Like, he's still keeping his distance, not only from a relationship with Elaine, but just getting close with other people in general, because he doesn't know when the demon inside him could reawaken and take over, and he wouldn't be able to forgive himself if anything happened to Elaine, Agnes, any of the others, if he let someone get close and then the demon takes over and hurts, or heaven forbid, kills them. So That's his whole deal right
ディ
now.
ザイアの下っ端け。とりあえず気絶させて先に進むぞ。
ええ。続いてバン。
呪いぜ。くらいな。
許さない。行くわよ。
Take that.
さあ次に行きましょう。
飛ばしすぎんなよ、エレイン。お、宝箱
More
だ。
thugs.
かかってきな。
甘い。
Ow.
行くぜ。
Yeah, you're not casting that.
続いてバン。甘い。
よし、上出来だ。
お疲れ様。バン。
Look over there. That's one big lug. There's an extermination request out on it? Indeed there is. It's had us racking our brains since the monster's habitat was never actually pinpointed. Yeah, well, here's your answer. Should we go ahead and take it down? We could also let the guild do the hunting now that it's been located. I'll leave the decision to you, Van. I see how it is. Anyway, this might be a good chance to get some extra warm-ups in. May as well, why not? We're already here. And I am trying to... There's obviously going to be a trophy for doing every single 4 SPG in the game, so I definitely do want to make sure we do that. Saves me the trouble on a future playthrough of having to do it again. Oh, here we go. S-Craft time? Yep, Vandalize Raid, and Elaine has Knights of Asteria. And we have access to shard boosting now. And there it is, we finally have cut-ins again. Yeah. Triggering S-Craft increases the max gauge by 1. But yeah, so as you just saw there, they did finally bring... It's not the same art cut-ins as we had, you know, previously, but they did bring back a somewhat cut-in. And what I like about the cut-ins in Daybreak 2, and then, of course, Kai, the game after this, is that the accessories and attachments you put on your characters will be reflected in that as well. So if you change Van into a different outfit, his cut-in will have that outfit. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the tactical bonus 4.0 again for the trophy. That was, oh my god. Let me tell you, trying to get that 4.0 tactical bonus after a battle was so much work. When I was going for it in the first game. Because what you pretty much have to do is, there are a bunch of different things you need to do in battle, like use 3 items to get a bonus, you know, hit characters from the side, like a bunch of stuff. And you had to find an area where you would fight 4 enemies at the same time, but the enemies would also have to live long enough for you to be able to damage them enough to do all these different mechanics to them before finishing the fight to get that bonus. So it was a bit of a headache to get it done, but I was so happy once it was actually done. It was a nice bit of accomplishment, though, when I did actually see that trophy come in for platining them. It's my first platinum on PlayStation. I've never gone through the effort to platinum a game before. So, Daybreak was my first one, and I hope to do the same thing with Daybreak 2 after a few playthroughs. I thought about doing it with all the old games, too, but I don't know how committed I am to... At least the ones I have on PlayStation, it would just be Cold Steel 1 through 4 and then Reverie. Since, I have Zero and Azure on my Nintendo Switch. But then, of course, you know, I'll probably consider doing it for Trails in the Sky the First when that comes out later this year. Which is kind of crazy. Another, you know, side topic to talk about while we're going through this is I might have 3 Trails playthroughs to do on the channel this year. We're obviously doing Daybreak 2. Trails in the Sky the First will definitely be happening as well. And then if Kai no Kiseki gets an English release as well, we'll be doing that as well. Which it would actually be great if we can eventually get to the point where, you know, since I don't want to go into too many spoilers, but the next Trails game to follow the one that just released in Japan will not be coming out at bare minimum until the end of 2026. So, for the first time ever, the West is going to be caught up on the actual Trails story. They've always been at least 1 or 2 games behind. Like, obviously, with Daybreak 2 coming out, it's only going to be 1 game behind. So, I'll feel more comfortable about making discussion videos. You know, like I kind of did. I did a few for Kai no Kiseki. But I'll feel more comfortable doing more because the entire fan base will be caught up. I don't have to worry about spoilers as much. So, I think I'll definitely do that once Kai no Kiseki comes out. Go into more depth discussions about, you know, what we could possibly see moving forward. Looks like we finally made it to the end here. But we're gonna do this real quick. See if there's any gear we can buy. Lowers your attack, so that's not really feeling like it's worth it. Okay. I think I'm just gonna buy this for both of them. And then we can do this, I suppose. We only have 1 U material though, so I can't do it for her weapon, but I guess that's better than nothing. Yeah, you could trade for a U material, I guess. Alright, so we're going to end things off here. So next time, we're going to go up ahead, see what we're dealing here with Desire, and then continue going on the hunt for this person that could possibly land Van in a lot of trouble if the public starts thinking that he's the one causing all these murders. And so that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.